Hello, Leo. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 22nd to the 29th. This is for Leo and Leo rising, and we are just going to jump right into it because this is a loaded week. This is a very powerful week, and there is a lot happening this week. And especially for you, there's like this impressive, incredible storyline that's happening. Now, first things first, we kicked off this weekend already with the Sun and Pluto moving into Aquarius. This is absolutely huge, especially for you when it comes to partnerships and relationships. You are going to feel this for the next 20 years. A lot of focus in this area, empowerment in this area, but especially for the next 4 weeks, because remember, the Sun in Aquarius is for the next 4 weeks. We're in Aquarius season. So if you felt the winds of change last week or even this month, now you're going to feel currents of change. This is big. This is a really big, it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy, really amped up energy. There is not one snooze button in this world that's going to be pressed. This is going to be a really big week for everyone, but for you especially. And I'm going to tell you what's happening for you. But before I do that, I want to tell you Sun in Aquarius, okay? With Pluto in Aquarius, Aquarius is very forward thinking. Aquarius is a very innovative sign. It is a little rebellious. There's a lot of mental activity with Aquarius, being an air sign. Aquarius is a sign of like the independent person as well, very independent thinking. So it really is marching to your own drumbeat now, all right? So this is going to be a big thing, especially when it comes to partnerships and relationships. Again, really thinking about that and really seeing this future for yourself, and even being progressive thinking in that area. Where do I go with this? It's also like, it really is going to be, I always think of that song, Dancing on My Own by Robin. All right. So I really love what's happening for you. Now, this is going to be very interesting because the first half of the week, we have the moon in Cancer. All right. We have the moon in Cancer. And for you, that is your 12th house. So very interesting, especially because the moon rules Cancer, right? It's at home in Cancer. This is that nurturing energy, a lot of emotional intelligence, a lot of heightened emotions as well, a lot of intuition as well. Now, this being in your 12th house, which already is all about intuition and the subconscious, gonna play a really big factor for what's happening this weekend, which is just so explosively amazing. All right. So this is you for the first half of the week, really thinking about things. Remember what I said. You're already having that energy with all this Aquarius energy. And then you're also moving into with moon and Cancer in your 12th house, the subconscious, even hidden enemies, identifying them, even facing fears could be a thing. The 12th house, the self-sabotage lives in the 12th house as well. So there could be some of time for you to reflect on things where you may be thinking, what are some things that I'm doing that I shouldn't be doing that's only like hindering me from moving further on my path to enlightenment? Okay. Now, during this time on the 23rd, we're only on Tuesday. Okay. Venus moving into Capricorn. This is huge. This is huge because we already know Mars is in Capricorn and Mercury is in Capricorn. Now, Venus is joining Mars and Mercury, making this stellium in Capricorn really powerful. Very, very powerful. Capricorn is your 6th house of everyday activities, your routines, also work, which is a big thing. We're going to talk about that for you. Work, the process of work, labor, those things, right? It's also health and fitness. That could be something that has been very pivotal for the past few weeks, in fact, for you. But now with Venus moving into Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn is very unique. It's very interesting because Venus is all about love. It's all about money. It's all about beauty. And it's moving into a sign that is just, very long-term thinking, very like goal-oriented, but also like structure, building structure, and even like almost like this new system for yourself in terms of matters of the heart, being very pragmatic, being very practical, very disciplined energy too. And so again, all of this move is moving into your sixth house. So again, what I said, everyday activities, your routines, your habits, especially while this is happening, while you are in that 12th house energy, a lot of things where you could just be unrooting things, right? Unrooting things to move forward. But again, I want you to know, I don't know why I keep saying again, but I want you to know that this really is involving commitments now. And the biggest theme here is long term. That's what I want you to know with this Capricorn energy, long term. All right. Remember, this is blending with all that Aquarius energy, which is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Can be work, can be career, can be love, romance, can be your Uber driver. It doesn't matter. It's whatever resonates with you. Okay. Every Leo is different. You all have different birth charts. Now we get to the 25th. Full moon in your sign, Leo. Full moon in your sign. So you see that this is 3 really big aspects. We haven't even gotten to the weekend yet. That's how big this week is. Full moon in Leo. I love full moons in Leo. I love moon in Leo in general. It's so playful. It's so fun. It's all, family, children are big highlights in this area. Joy, pleasure. This is really nice. This is in your 1st house. This is all about you. This is all about you. Now, what's happening with this full moon? It is actually opposite the sun in Aquarius squaring Jupiter. So when I look at what's happening here, when you think about how you're spending all this time in your head thinking about what you've got to let go, this full moon, a time when you let go, when things are coming to a culmination, Leo, you need to let something go. Okay, you need to let something go. And it could be something that has to do with your identity, because this full moon in Leo is in your 1st house of identity, the role you play. And so think about this time. Remember, full moons illuminate. So something could be illuminated in your life around this time. But the biggest question to ask yourself around this full moon, am I exerting a lot of energy into something that doesn't even bring me pleasure? Am I exerting all this energy into something where it's nice, but do I want something else? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. This is going to be a big full moon, and you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it pretty much overlapping the weekend too. Or, especially for the next, even for weeks. Again, depends on your chart, but a lot of Leo risings, you are definitely going to have a moment where you're just like, okay, hit the road, Jack. There's this new me I'm looking forward to. Now we get to Friday. Now we get to the weekend. Now check this out. This is really crazy. Uranus is going direct on Friday. What a big deal. So not only at this point, there are no planets retrograde, right? This is also Uranus, the ruling planet for Aquarius. While we are in Aquarius season, the moment Pluto moved into Aquarius, Uranus is all about breakthroughs. It's all about innovation. It's also surprises, the unexpected shifts. You are going to expect the unexpected now, okay? A lot of unexpected things are going to happen because Uranus is going to be very active this weekend. Now, we get to Saturday, the 27th, Mercury conjuncting Mars. Wow, this is really big because it's happening the same day Venus is sextiling Saturn, okay? All I want you to know is this is the point where you're like, the things that I'm thinking about, let me put them into action now. Let me put them into action. Let me communicate things that I need to do, okay? And the things that I want, let me be heard, all right? With Venus sextiling Saturn bringing that, like I said earlier, long-term energy, that commitment energy, that stability energy. Now, Venus sextiling Saturn, remember a few weeks ago, Mars sextiled Saturn. And so you're still feeling that energy. I really, this is just a time on Saturday. Just expect to start adjusting to these new changes that are going to be happening in your life. Now we get to the 28th on Sunday. This is, if you saw your monthly forecast or even your annual forecast, Venus trining Jupiter, the best day of the month. the bestest day of the month. Is it the most best? I don't know. I'm on a roll here, so let me not stop. This is a day, love, okay? Money, all right? This is a really, a very auspicious trine. Very auspicious trine. Now, Jupiter, where is Jupiter? Jupiter is in your 10th house of career. So there could be something really nice when it comes to career around this time. And again, remember I said that long-term energy, very grounding, because think about it. So Venus is in Capricorn. Okay. Jupiter is in Taurus, right? And then on this day, the moon will be in Virgo. All right. So earth sign, earth sign, earth sign. Very, very grounding. Okay. Now, Virgo happens to be your second house of salary, of income. And so you see there's so much activity around work. Your 6th house and your 10th house. A lot of activity around work here that could be on your mind where you have this unexpected moment, this breakthrough, or also this expansion of the things, as I mentioned, what your heart desires, right? This is a great day if you are single to go out there. All right. Remember, we're saying long term is the theme here. Long term is the theme here. You could meet your soulmate. Now, the other thing that's happening on this day is Mercury's trining Uranus. Like I said, Uranus is going to be a big factor this weekend. Uranus, all that surprises, the unexpected breakthroughs. This is a big moment because Monday, and I'm including Monday of the next week because this is a trio of these aspects go together. On Monday, on the 29th, Mars will trine Uranus. So you see how Mercury trined Uranus. Now Mars is trining Uranus and Venus is trining Jupiter. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. So now Mars, the planet of action, is trining Uranus, the unexpected and breakthrough. So just expect the unexpected. And when I say the unexpected, remember, these are trines. These are auspicious. These are favorable. So the unexpected actually working in your favor. And it could even be, especially coming after this full moon in Leo that's in your first house of self. It could be something where you surprise yourself with a breakthrough that you have. This is really big. I mean, this weekend really is kind of like a portal. It's almost like a window into the new changes that are happening in your life. And again, a lot of it can have to do with career because not only is Uranus in your 10th house of career, but so is Jupiter. And they're both very active this weekend. So with that said, Leo, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for January 22nd to the 29th. Again, this is for Leo and Leo rising. And if you want to read for your moon, your Venus, any other placements, if you know your birth chart, absolutely welcome to. I would obviously recommend the moon because it will be in your sign. And, Venus is very, very active, very, very active. So, Leo, with that said, let's do it. Let's get started. Leo, as I said earlier, I don't think I took a single breath, did I? As I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Really does bring the best overview. In my opinion, if we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Leo, you are amazing. I hope you have an amazing. This is going to be an amazing week. Okay, it is going to be, especially around the weekend. Just definitely be prepared for the weekend. Especially coming after that new moon in Capricorn too. Just a lot of action, a lot of activity, a lot of changes. My birthday is on the 28th. Very excited for that. I have some plans. I got some plans. Leo, you're good. Okay? You're good. All right. This is my serious face. You're good. Leo, look at this. Come on. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? And we have our co-star here who's fallen asleep. Okay, you can see all the cards now. Wow. Let's get started. Leo, you did get the Ace of Wands. I really love this for you. As you know, there are new things happening in your life. There are new changes that are brewing in your life. And here's your affirmation with the Ace of Wands that came up in your past, okay? You did have the World in your last week's reading. In your final outcome, you also have the Magician. So yes, there are new things happening in your life. Wands, all about passions, your ideas, a lot of creative energy with the Ace of Wands. Aces, as you know, usher in the most new change out of all the minor arcanas, okay? So a week where there's going to be a lot of changes. Well, there you go. A lot of y'all could be experiencing them already. Wands are very career, enterprise, work-related as well. And so with the fact that you have a lot of activity, not only in your 10th house and 6th house, 2 houses in the zodiac wheel that have a heavy emphasis on career and work, There you go. That's going to be a big thing. And you are moving into the best career moment of the past 12 years. You know that, right? With Jupiter, especially with Jupiter having gone direct. But look at the leaves sprouting from the wand. So that's what I want you to think. Planting seeds, okay? Planting seeds and watching them blossom, watching them grow into a place where they will. They will. You got the 9 of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. They will. Leo, you're good. You're good. This is going to be a big time for you. This is going to be a big time for you. Big time for you. Pay attention to the weekend. Pay attention to the weekend. All right. Not the band, but the what's happened, date wise. Who am I? Who says that? Anyway, listen. Look at this. First things first. Look at all this abundance. Look at all the pentacles stacked up. Okay. Look how regal she is. Look how no care in the world. She's just built this, a place of abundance. She's sitting in her garden. It's so lush. She's got a falcon on her hand. Come on, Leo. That's a falcon. Okay. Who holds a falcon on their hand? Only rich people? Only people in the royal court like her, right? And, I don't know if you're into Egyptology. That's basically Horus, okay? So a lot of enlightenment in this card too. But the best thing about this card is that there's no luck involved. This is you earning your spot. This is you having worked to get into this area. So you can expect that now. And again, there's a lot of independence here, a lot of financial freedom. And why does this resonate? Why this will resonate with you in a big way is because Pentacles, money and wealth, right? And then this card is actually attributed to Venus and Virgo. You see the symbol of Venus all over her gown. Virgo, like I said, your second house, salary, money, income. This is really nice what's happening for you. And I want you to also know Pentacles are earthbound, all right? They're our physical reality. So it could be wealth in certain areas of your life, whether it is career, whether it is relationships. You're going to feel a lot of activity around that for the next few weeks. Again, it can be work. It can be, home, a significant other. But there's just a lot of wealth and abundance and just feeling a lot more free. Now, you do have the Hanged Man in your challenge area, all right? So remember what I said. Something's got to go. Something's got to go. Something's got to go. All right. It's, the Hanged Man is great. I love the Hanged Man. We all love the Hanged Man, right? This is very interesting. The Hanged Man comes up in your challenge area this week, especially because the Hanged Man is attributed to the planet Neptune. Neptune happens to be in your 8th house. Transformation. And the Hanged Man comes right before the Death card, transformation, okay? And so he's actually preparing himself for this big transformation in your life. This is his life. And so that's what you need to do. You need to get in a place where you need to let something go, to accept and embrace your future and this big change that's about to happen in your life, okay? Because with the Hanged Man, there's sacrifice, okay? There's sacrifice and surrender. And so with it being in your challenge area, identify that this week, okay? Identify that. And it can be something in your physical world, but there is definitely more of spiritual, more of just something again, with all this 12th house activity happening for you for the first half of the week, where you have this window where you can identify those things that are deeply rooted within you, where you're like, I really want to change this about myself, or my life will be so much better if I just let this go, or even the way that I think about things, like this way that I think about something. But regardless, it's up to you, okay? But just be willing to make that change now. Hello. Interesting, right? Interesting, because when I think about it, you had Judgment in your challenge area last week. And so good for you, because it's now in your crown. So it seems like you've been going through these moments where it is almost like, yes, now I have this, I've awakened. I'm no longer on autopilot. And I'm not saying any of y'all are, but with the Judgment card in your crown, you can see Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet and the dead are rising. So now the people who were dead, are now alive. And so they now seek this meaningful life experience. And it seems like that is going to be something that you're going to be seeking this week. And it's part of your journey, part of remember I said this storyline that's happening for you. Astrologically, there is some a sense of you identifying something where you're like, I got to let this go. And then boom, you've awakened. Okay. You've had that awakening. You've had that calling. You know now, you know what I'm talking about, right? When you know, you know. When you know, you know. And you know, you got the 10 of Pentacles. So, hey, look at that, Leo. Look at that. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles being in the root of your spread. Yeah, you're looking for it. You're looking for that. This week, a lot of family energy, a lot of love energy, a lot of nurturing energy, a lot of like home energy as well. But it's definitely going to be a lot. And you see a lot of that in this card with the 3 generations of family here as well. But again, with Saturn and Pisces, very interesting in your 8th house because there's a lot of inheritance energy with this card as well as Saturn being in Pisces in your 8th house. But even still, it's the 10 of Pentacles and it's prosperity. It's like the you made it card. And so there is a sense of like fulfilling your legacy that you really, really are striving for. And it can be home. It can be work. What resonates with you because it is raining pentacles in the form of the tree of life. And remember what I said, pentacles are earthbound as well. So you are definitely looking for a place of like comfort and abundance. And again, not really like you're ready to move into this place in your life where you feel that you're ready to reach your legacy, leave your stamp on this world, really show everyone who you are. You have that chance with this full moon in your sign and with what's happening this weekend for you. So it looks like you are moving in the right direction in a really good way with a lot of comfort, a lot more freedom, and then boom, you have the Chariot in your future. Very, very nice. Hello. Chariot. It's all about moving forward. It looks like you're going to be moving forward. And, you know, the great thing about the Chariot, especially with looking at your entire spread here, you see that he's not holding on to any reins, okay? So how exactly is he controlling the Sphinxes? Up here, all right? So up here. It's that willpower. It's that determination. It really is, also learning a lot as you go. I think that you are going to be learning a lot, but there is still a sense of like, it's really interesting. There's all this abundance and all this spiritual energy. Now with the Chariot, that forward momentum, I really want you to spend that time, the first half of the week, really thinking about the things that can removing blockages, if you will. And the reason I say that is because not only is the moon in Cancer, which is your 12th house, remember the subconscious and everything that's going on up here, the Chariot is Cancer, okay? Is Cancer. This card is attributed to Cancer, but really stepping forward and paving the path forward for yourself and not looking back, okay? Leaving any obstacles, challenges behind. Leave it in January as you move into February. Leo, you're good. Let's get to your stuff. Leo, come on. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know what's going on. You are definitely having some big shifts in the career and work. And if you're not here for career, it really is also like public recognition, even fame. A lot of y'all, I think I mentioned this, a lot of y'all are going to be famous, okay? A lot of y'all are going to be famous, even within your industries, just like you're going to be seen. Anyway, let's, you're good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Oh my gosh. Leo, who does that? Who gets 3 aces? Who gets 3 aces? Only you, Leo. Only you. Let's get started. Leo, come on. You got the Ace of Pentacles. All right. So again, there is this sense of like just moving in this direction. This new. I'm going to show you something here. You do see that golden pathway, right? You see that archway there? Speaking of grounding, this is so earthbound. This new journey, okay? This new journey for you that has a lot of wealth and abundance attached to it, but also, again, your physical world, your physical reality, you entering and you wanting to enter this new chapter, this new phase, this new era, this new eon, whatever resonates with you. But this is really great. This is the biggest pentacle in the deck being offered by the Hand of Spirit, like the other aces, but this is pretty amazing here. This is pretty amazing. One thing that I do want you to know, well, especially with like, the 9 of Pentacles in the heart of your spread, but there is a sense of like, just keep going, okay? Just keep going. And in order to do that, remember, Is anything holding you back? If it is, identify it and let it go. Let it go. You do have the Two of Wands, okay? This is possibly the most underrated card. This is such a powerful card because it is attributed to Mars and Aries. This is a really big thing. And that happens to be, remember, your North Node moved into Aries, right? So that is your 9th house of spirituality. Remember, you have a lot of that here. Now, with the Two of Wands, you do see he's got the world in his hands. He is standing at the highest point in his castle. He's got a really good view. But this is a card of just like, what's next? I've conquered a lot. I've done a lot. I've conquered, I've definitely accomplished a lot in my life. What's next for me? So again, it is that pathway to this next step for you. What do you want next in your life? I mean, you are definitely moving in that direction. With the Nine of Cups as well. The Nine of Cups, this is the, I call it the wish come true card, right? It is, you even see him sitting there like a genie in a bottle. This is a card of complete satisfaction. This is amazing. You see the cups aligned over his head, a lot of enlightenment there. This is really great because there is, it's showing me there is something that you want. There is this big hope that you have. This is something that you're moving toward to. That is a big dream of yours. And it's going to be a bigger reality once Jupiter moves into Gemini. I want you to remember that. Remember, that's going to happen in May. And because that is Jupiter's moving into your house of your hopes and wishes. And goals and what. So remember, Jupiter is good luck, prosperity, expansion. But just keep going. That's all there is to it. And then in your final outcome, you got the Ace of Cups. Come on, Leo. This is big. This is one of your biggest readings. Last week, you got the World of the Magician last week, but this is big. You got 3 aces, all indicating this new beginning, this new journey, this new path. Oh my gosh. And this is emotional fulfillment. This is true emotional fulfillment here. You see all those streams overflowing from that chalice. This is rapturous. This is what I'd say. Think about the last time something brought you so much joy, brought you to tears, okay? It's going to happen now. Something's going to emotionally fulfill you in this really big, powerful way. All right. The cups, emotions, intuition as well. It's, love. It's even wonderment, which, it is a word. This is really nice. And the other thing I'm going to say is that it really is, still some partnership activity that is coming through here. And, with the Ace of Cups, that you can represent a relationship for y'all. It could represent a new relationship for you as well. It could represent a new phase, a new chapter, in a relationship. Like maybe you are going steady and now you get proposed to. There's just going to be something that you're just like, wow, it's like nirvanic. It's nirvanic. You and your 3 aces. I love that. But there is a sense of just keep moving forward, but have that spiritual activation as well. All right. And remember to just identify the things that may be holding you back and the things that you just don't want to take with you. And it could be something about you that you're just like, I want to not be that person that everyone thinks is Wonder Woman. I want to be more like Supergirl, right? Whatever it is. But it's a lot about your identity and how you want to be perceived as well. But also you at your core, things where you're just like, I feel it in my bones that this is my path forward and this is who I want to be. Leo, you're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know. I want to hear from y'all. And wow, did it get blurry? It did. There you go. If you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Next week, I do February. I'm just going to let you know before I let you go. Okay. February is very different from January. And if there's anything that I have to, any parting words, any action you need to take or want to take, do it now. Do it now in January, okay? I'm not saying anything in February is wrong. I'm just saying do it now, okay? There's bigger opportunities, window of opportunity in January. So, all right, Leah, thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.